I'm Brick Road. This is the second half of Let's Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night as Maria Renard, which save is mine. You can see how many times I've played this game just because, Alright, yeah, there we go. Alright, we are in the Upside Down Castle, which... the first thing to notice about the Upside Down Castle, which you may or may not notice, really, is that Richter and Maria both, as bonus characters, because they don't increase in strength throughout the course of the game, they actually threw them a bone a little bit, and gave them a damage boost. All their attacks do twice as much damage in the second castle as in the first. And this is something that it's not really a bonus, strictly speaking, because they really need that damage boost just to keep pace with the increased hit points that all the monsters have. I mean, because like Alucard would be keeping pace with that naturally, just by getting new equipment and higher stats. So really, it's just I'm kind of throwing them a bone to make sure that they're not completely and utterly left behind. You know what I mean? So we've got lots of bosses to fight in the Upside Down Castle. I could go straight to the last boss and just finish the Let's Play. It would take about 10 minutes, but hey, you know, I'm not going to cheese out like that. I don't need to actually use this teleporter, I don't think, but I do need to get it on the map. And this isn't a teleporter anyway, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But I wanted to fight this bat. Come on. Alucard has to fight some of the bosses. Not all of them, but a few of them in order to get items he needs to open the last boss door. Maria and Richter can just kind of run straight to the last boss if they want. And in fact, one of the bosses Alucard has to fight to get one of the plot items does not even show up for the other characters. So that's not the way I want it. Oh, that's right, I can't go up that way because there's a ceiling in the way, so I have to go around. I just need to activate this teleporter room so I can use it later. And then we will go back through the reverse clock tower. So all the bosses in the Upside Down Castle are in the same rooms as bosses in the regular castle, most of the time. There are occasions where that's not strictly true for Maria and for Richter, in cases where, because there are some bosses in the first castle they're not allowed to fight, and then there are some bosses in the second castle they're not allowed to fight. And I'm going to fight all the bosses that Maria can get to. And the bat was just the first of many, let me tell you. There's nothing over here, was there? No, just a heart. So let's, I don't want to have to kill the bat again in case I die in the clock tower, and my track record in this part of the game is anything to speak of, I'll probably die in the clock tower. You've got two choices at the beginning of the Upside Down Castle. You can either go to the left and go through the clock tower, or you can go through the right and go through the chapel, and they are both... Oh my, they're both horrifying. They really are. Both of those levels are extremely difficult and frustrating. It doesn't matter who you're playing as. Even Alucard has a lot of trouble in those areas. So, you did notice that my dragons were doing double damage to that bat, but I didn't actually kill the bat any faster than I've killed anything else with dragons so far. And like I said, it's just about keeping pace. Trying to remember. I know there's life ups in this area, but I can't remember precisely where they are, so I might be going the wrong way at first. I hope not. The last thing I want to do is get lost in the Upside Down Castle, far away from any save points. But I think I want to go into the gear shaft room over here and break through the hidden wall. And those guys I can kill in one hit now that I'm in the second castle and I get my damage boost. Because remember, in the first castle I had a lot of trouble with that cloaked knight. You can pick up money as Maria and Richter. It doesn't do anything for you. It keeps a running tally of how much money you're making, but I don't really know why it does that. Because it doesn't do anything for these two characters. It's just scorekeeping, really. Yeah, you're dead. Shut up, Holmes. Okay, so... Oh, There's more of them. Homing on those dragon attacks is not very fine. And I'll probably complain about that more going on as enemies get tougher and tougher, and I have a harder and harder time killing them. Because you can't dodge all the enemies, even as Maria, you gotta fight some of them. The clock tower is a great example, and if you just rush through here without killing the monsters, you are very likely going to be in bad shape. And yeah, she can kill Medusa heads in one hit in the second castle too, which is good, because she can't do that in the first castle. Okay, here we go. Trying to be very, very careful because there are spikes in some of these rooms. Not in this room, I don't think, but there's a hidden door that you can open in the clock tower by pushing on gears and things, but screw that. You know what I mean? And this time, I've just got to go down and... Oh, thank goodness, I'm done with that area now. I don't even... Oh, there's horses here. I gotta be careful of horses. We want to get through the clock tower as quickly as possible, because then we get to the wall, and the wall is much easier and has an easy boss, and thank goodness we are done with the clock tower for a little while. Well, no, forever. We don't have to come back. What am I thinking of? I just killed the only boss in there. I just did it up front. Here's a save point. Oh, I cannot believe I got through the clock tower without dying.